Welcome to Local Matters. Today we begin with the perspective of Amelia Phillips, who, like all of us, is adapting to these strange times. Unlike all of us, Amelia is 7 years old, almost 8. Amelia and her mom, Julie, joined our Julie via Zoom to talk about life for a kid and her mom during a pandemic.
I am so pleased today to welcome Emmy and Julie Phillips. Welcome, ladies.
Hi.
Hi. Emmy, we're going to start with you. I would like to know a lot of things about you, starting with how old are you and what are the types of things that you like to do?
I'm almost 8. I'm gonna be 8 in September, and I like to dance and do crafts.
You like to dance and to do crafts, which are things that you can do at home, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what has changed during this strange pandemic that we're in with your life?
We have to cancel some of our trips, and we don't go see our friends that much, and we only have like smaller groups than we used to.
Right, for now. Yep, that's right. Your group has to be smaller, and you can't see your friends as much. But do you connect with your friends through your phone or through an app or things like that?
I connected with my friends during at this app named Messenger Kids.
Excellent. Great. And so you can keep in touch with them and you guys can talk and share your experiences.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can call them and everything.
Gotcha. Okay. What kind of activities do you do with your family? I know you like to dance and you like crafts, but what can you do as a family together?
We like to watch a lot of movies and play a lot of board games together, and we like to go on hikes sometimes. So,
Wonderful. Oh, that's all really great stuff. And you have a little sister, correct?
yeah.
Tell me about her and how you're helping her get through all this too.
We have workbooks, and I help her with the workbooks sometimes when my call or something. So, and we have fun together. We play with our American Girls together.
And how old is she?
She is 5.
She's 5. Okay. So you really are the big sister, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're the big sister. So what are some good things that have happened this year to you, Emmy?
One of the good things is I got to go to Disney World before this whole thing started, and I got to go to a Boston Bruins game.
Oh, I love the Bruins. Oh, that must have been fun. Very good. And finally, what is something that you're looking forward to when all this is over and we kind of get back to the way life used to be?
I'm looking forward to going to my auntie's house. We always have these little parties, and sometimes we'll sleep over and bake cookies and make pies.
So your Auntie Tiff, who we have to, she works here, so yeah. We can understand why you'd want to hang out with her. She is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to ask your mom, Julie, a few questions now, if that's okay with you. Emmy, is that all right with you?
Yeah.
All right, madam. So, Julie, can you tell me about yourself and what do you do for a living?
Sure. Yeah, I do. I work in communications at a big investment firm. So it's, busy, lots of meetings, lots of stuff going on every day.
Yeah. How has your work life changed? Clearly, dramatically, you're home with 2 kids. How has that changed in terms of your daily work routine?
I try to get up and get as much done as I can in the morning when they're calmest. And then, I really, at the end of the school year last year, Emmy had to be on a lot of Google Meets throughout the day. So I kind of block off my calendar for those and try to keep the little one entertained at the same time. Yeah. I'm lucky at work because they've been very flexible, and they know a lot of people are in the same boat. So, you know, I can catch up on my work later at night if I have to. And there's a lot of screens, I'm not going to lie, but whatever it takes to get through the day.
That's right. And I think everybody's day is very fractured. Now, your husband is an exterminator, so clearly he can't work from home. So how does that dynamic work, where he goes out into the wild blue yonder and comes back at night? What kind of precautions do you take, or what has changed?
Yeah, I mean, luckily he kind of sets his own schedule to an extent. So he's been able to since the fall started going a little earlier. So he's home by 2, which is awesome for me because as soon as he walks in the door, he's over and I can catch up on work. And he usually does something extra fun with the kids to make up for them being like stuck watching me work all day. But before he comes home, he makes sure, you know, he sanitizes, he changes his clothes. We don't wear shoes in the house, and he's always super careful about wearing a mask when he's out, and he does a lot of hospitals, so he's constantly sanitizing and following all the rules.
Good. That's excellent. That's wonderful. Yeah. And what, if any, what silver linings or good things do you think has come out of this situation that we're in?
Well, we definitely slowed down a lot. You know, we were always rushing off, especially on the weekends, going to birthday parties and events and things like that. And we, you know, had time to explore the trails near our house and play some new games that we hadn't tried. And it's nice for me during the day. I always try to take a break at noon when I feed the kids lunch, and I just sit down with them at the table, even if it's just for half an hour, and I would never get to see them this much. You know, they're daycare babies. They've been in daycare since they're 4 months old. So I'm definitely getting a lot of good together time with them, which is nice.
Yeah, that is wonderful. And a lot of parents feel that way. Even though it can be quite stressful with doing the schoolwork and trying to do your full-time job and managing all the different things that come at you during the day, it is nice that you can see a side of kids that maybe you wouldn't have seen otherwise, being with them so much. Yeah. And what is something that you're really looking forward to when we get back to the way life was, if we do?
Looking forward to hopefully things being a little easier, you know, not having to worry about too many people. How are we gonna, you know, is everyone have their masks? Just a little looser about, you know, flying by the seat of our pants and doing things that we want to do without having to worry about what's open and what's being safe. And you know, more often than not, we're obviously choosing to stay home, but get the urge to go out, you want to just be able to go out and do something.
Right. I think the whole sense of just being able to just go when you feel like going is just, now you have to think about everything you do. You have to think about not hugging your friends when you see them and things like that, which is, right? Emmy, that's kind of weird that you can't like hug your friends or hold their hands. And I think we all miss that, and we will all enjoy when that is back. Well, Emmy and Julie, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of how life has changed for you and how we hope it'll get back to the way it was before. We thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Emmy.
Bye.
And Elizabeth, I'll throw it back to you.
Thanks, Julie and Amelia. You heard Julie mention that Emmy is the niece of our own Tiffany Phillips. Intelligent and adorable, clearly run in the family. After 3 years gone, Mayflower II's slow sail home ended with her arrival back in Plymouth Harbor on Tuesday. The 64-year-old replica of the original Mayflower ship, which brought 102 passengers to America 400 years ago this year, has been in Mystic, Connecticut, receiving $11.2 million worth of renovations. A large contingency of people on land and nearby boats waited happily in the 90-degree heat to welcome the beloved ship back to her berth. In a nod to current times, an additional flag flies on the Mayflower, a heart flag honoring healthcare professionals. If you weren't able to see her arrival in person, you're in luck. You can visit the Plymouth Patuxent Facebook page to watch the live stream, which was recorded. Or take a summer walk down to the harbor to see her in person and welcome her home. The large turnout for Mayflower II's return is a testament to the powerful Plymouth origin story known across the United States and across the world. As our town commemorates the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the Mayflower, surviving a pandemic, and the national conversation and racial reckoning of the Black Lives Matter movement, we also have an opportunity for racial healing and learning at the intersection of history, truth, and reconciliation. The Herring Pond Wampanoag Tribe, No Place for Hate, Indivisible Plymouth, and the League of Women Voters invite you to Under the Rock, a celebration of racial healing, learning, and good trouble. An event taking place on Thursday, August 20th at Brewster Gardens from 6 to 7 p.m. This celebration of Plymouth's commitment to be the positive change as we keep learning and having important conversations about history, diversity, and equity will include several speakers and participation from Plymouth Public Schools students and alumni. Finding what is under the rock also presents a window into the future of a community that is becoming more diverse every year as we plan for the next 400 years of Plymouth. This event will be broadcast live on PAC TV's community channel. To learn more about the mission and speakers, visit undertherock.squarespace.com. There's another way that you can help define Plymouth as a place of inclusion and advancement of all people, regardless of race, gender, orientation, or ability. Enter the Diversity Art Challenge. Sponsored by the Plymouth Public Schools Visual and Performing Arts Program, along with several community organizations, the aim of this challenge is to uplift and include the voices of peoples who have been historically marginalized, silenced, or underrepresented. Submit your visual art, original music, video, or writing to diversityartchallenge@gmail.com by August 31st and help demonstrate that Plymouth is a community seeking to celebrate diversity and inclusion at all levels. The Kingston Public Library is working hard toward welcoming you back into the library. Because of staff reductions, they're asking for some help in the form of volunteers. Current opportunities are for storytime readers, library greeters, and program presenters. Visit the library's website to complete the volunteer application form or call Library Director Mike Slauson at 781-831-6273 with any questions you may have. We're lucky in this area to have beautiful hiking trails that are rooted in history. The Appalachian Mountain Club has a new guide out titled Best Day Hikes Near Boston, and award-winning journalist and contributor Allison O'Leary wants to share her favorites with you. Join Allison via Zoom on August 20th at 10 a.m. as she takes you on an hour-long hike through history. This event is hosted by the Duxbury Senior Center. Visit their Facebook page to register. Cyanobacteria. What is it? Commonly known as blue-green algae, these harmful algal blooms in our local ponds are increasing in frequency and intensity due to climate changes and human influence. This summer, 3 ponds in Plymouth were closed due to this algae: Great Herring Pond, Halfway Pond, and Ezekiel Pond. Cyanobacteria blooms can lead to reduced aesthetics and devaluation of our aquatic resources, decreased recreational and business opportunities, threatening ecological and human health. So, what can we do? Join Hilary Snook, senior scientist for the US EPA's New England Regional Laboratory, for a virtual program looking at the origins of this algae, the risks they pose, and potential remedies for minimizing their effects. The event takes place on August 20th from 7 to 8 p.m. and is hosted by the Herring Ponds Watershed Association and the Wildlands Trust. Visit the Wildlands Trust Facebook page to register. Do you have a DSLR camera you own but haven't had the time to master? The Plymouth Public Library is offering a virtual digital photography workshop on Tuesday, August 18th from 7 to 8 p.m. Photographer and teacher Robert Mickelson will explain everything from aperture to framing in this fun class, which is perfect for the beginner. Sign up via the library's website to begin the journey of taking your work from snapshot to art. Last week, you saved us from a horde of zombies. This time, it's time to grab your wand and butterbeer and enjoy a magical afternoon at Hogwarts. On August 20th, ages 10 to 13 are invited to the virtual Hogwarts Escape Room, hosted by Pembroke Public Library, where you'll work together with other wizards in training to pass your exams, solve riddles, and unlock logic puzzles. Registration is required by August 19th. Visit the library's website for more details. Has your sleep been disrupted lately? So many of us are finding it harder to sleep or needing more and still feeling exhausted. But have you ever wondered why we sleep and what it does for our bodies? The Museum of Science Boston and the Multiverse Concert Series invite you to Multiverse, Your Brain on Sleep, on August 20th from 7:30 to 9 p.m. This virtual program is an incredible lineup of science, music, and live dance with neuroscientist Gina Poe of UCLA, dance performers, and music by Erilyn Wallen, David Ibit, and I, Monster. It's all educational, fun, and free. Visit the Museum of Science Facebook page to register. Please enjoy Grace Chen, celloist and student of South Shore Conservatory.
My name is Grace Chen, and I will be performing 2 minuets from Bach's Cello Suite in G major.
Thank you, Grace and South Shore Conservatory. And thank you for watching this episode of Local Matters, which is a production of the local scene of PAC TV. Visit our website at pactv.org/local scene for a complete list of resources mentioned in this show. Follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook to keep updated on the ways that we shine a light on you. From all of us at PAC TV, be safe. We'll see you next week.